Hello, friends. We recently completed our semi-annual FranChoice conference. The theme was keeping our connection strong. Now, that may seem a hard thing to do when it's virtual and is done over Zoom, but the home office and the franchise companies, the funding partners, everyone did a fabulous job. Everyone was engaged. I have 3 of my collaborative colleagues here today, and we would each like to share a tip from the conference. First, I would like to introduce Matt Stevens. Now, Matt is known as the franchise guy, but in the FranChoice world, we call him the professor because he's so knowledgeable and he has all these Matt-isms. Matt, take it away.
Hey gang, franchises are growing, storefronts and non-storefront service businesses. The storefronts, they got their real estate departments engaged early on when COVID hit, and they're finding deals and wheels out there, whether you buy, lease, rent, or what have you. Opportunities abound. On the non-storefront service-based side, franchisees are finding their competition didn't know what to do with this. Franchisees are taking advantage of it. I spoke with one person I placed years ago who's up 40% year over year. Opportunities abound, and franchisers want great people. Here's Mel Lewis, the franchisologist. Brains, beauty, and a big heart. That's who she is. Take it away, Mel.
Wow. Thanks, Matt. That was fantastic. So I wanted to talk a little bit about what franchisors have been doing during this whole COVID experience for their franchisees, because some of the things that I heard were phenomenal. So 3 things that I noticed that I heard over and over and over from franchisors, how they've been helping their franchisees. The first is many of them have helped to delay the royalty payments to help franchisees with whatever business it is that they're running. The second one that I continue to hear is how they took their finance department to help franchisees to gather information on the PPP funding. So many franchisees didn't know how to do that, and franchisors jumped right in to help them. And the third one that I think was really great because it really went along with our conference was that they were calling franchisees. I had a few franchisors say this was a place, there were no emails, no texts. We needed to check on them, their families. How are they doing? How are they feeling? That human connection to really show that they cared. So the franchisors, they didn't know what we were dealing with, and they got right in with their franchisees to help them. So now I'm gonna introduce Tom Scarda. Tom is one of my favorite people. He's an old friend of mine. He has such knowledge that he's always willing to share. Tommy, tell us about your situation.
So I'm excited to report what I took away from the conference was the fact that financing is abundant. So if you want to start a franchise right now, the government is almost like throwing money at you to get started because they know every time a business starts, they create 10 to 20 jobs for that particular business. So people are getting all sorts of funding. What most people don't realize is that you could use your own 401k money from a job that you're no longer involved with, tax-free and penalty-free. You just move the money from your old account, wherever that is, that 401k, and you move it into your company and you seed your company. So you use your money tax-free, penalty-free. There's no APR, there's no interest rate. It's your money. And then there's another plan when you go to sell your business, you could also do that with no capital gains tax. And there's a way to set that up. That's totally legal. Everything is legal, above board. And the government recognizes this is the way you could really do a great business and build something big and be successful. So we have all these resources at FranChoice, everything that you need, from soup to nuts, how to figure out the franchise, and then how to finance it, and then how to sell it, whatever your exit strategy is. So I want to swing it back to Diane.
Thank you very much, Tom. One of the tips I took away was that people now are interested in what's called essential services. And previously, sometimes these were the red-haired stepchild, if you will. Some other times, companies that had the storefront or the flashing signs were more enticing. But now these essential services, be it emergency services, fire, water damage, mold, residential cleaning, janitorial, handyman services. If your water heater breaks, you're going to get it fixed. People are looking at these businesses now. They have a lower investment. You can go to training, you can get started. Sometimes you can start from a home office or a small office location, have a vehicle, be up and running. A lot of times the margins for these businesses are very impressive and they're a little bit under the radar. So if you'd like to expand your options and look at some of these essential services that do very well in a pandemic or not, give any of us a call. We would be very pleased to assist you. Thank you.
That's great. Diane, you are a rock star. Thank you so much for doing this for us and getting this together for us. So we all work across the country. We could work anywhere with you. I'm based in New York. Matt's in Ohio. Melissa is in Florida. Diane is in San Francisco. But we could work anywhere. Our information is below. Contact us today and figure out what your next move could be post-pandemic.